What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we are taking a look at Cang Toys CT-06 HUGERHINO. No, it's HUGERHINO. I'm sorry. It's HUGERHINO, and he's huge, and he's a rhino, and this is the final component figure for Cang Toys THUNDERKING. And I am so excited. It's been a long journey, and I'm really excited to finally bring this entire thing to a close and finish this amazing combiner figure. So, taking a look at the box, there's really nothing outside of the ordinary that we've come to see from Cang Toys figures at this point. You get a nice image of HUGERHINO on the front here. And I'm going to really annoy somebody by calling him HUGERHINO. And then on the sides, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. Yada, yada. You got some scan codes. So, you know, enjoy that. For more highlights, get their TikTok. And then on the back, of course, you can see HUGERHINO in his rhinoceros form. Very cool. Very exciting. But we're not here for the box, so let's take a quick look at what comes inside the box. And I'm going to show this off really quickly. Not everybody is going to receive this, probably. I don't know for sure. Certainly further down the line, if you get, you know, second or third runs, you're probably not going to get these. But it did come packed with these fancy Chinese New Year good luck envelopes. There's no money inside, unfortunately, but you do get a nice printing of THUNDERKING on the front. I haven't checked to see if there's other designs in here, actually. Maybe let's take a look. Let's take a quick look. And now everybody knows if I sell these down the road, they are not... Oh, no, they're all the same. Okay, alright, that's cool. That's cool. I just opened it for a second. Still mint in package, guys. Still mint in package. Ignore all of this mess. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it. You saw nothing. You also get the instruction manual, which is fair to middling as far as actually doing stuff. You do get a combinatorial morphology. You do get that. So that's pretty cool, and it shows all the different things and all the stuff and all the things. It's interesting that the transformation to THUNDERKING comes with this guy and not Kingline, but you know, whatever. He's the last figure, I guess. You also get a collector card for those of you who give a rat's patootie about collector cards. There it is. It says stuff I cannot read on the back. Very exciting. So you get that going on. You also get various bits and pieces. You get 2 swords for your feet wolves. They are not the same, but they are similar. And they're neat. They're like little mini buster swords, and you can mess with those. If you like, you get a connector for the combined cannon to actually plug onto Firmament's arm. As opposed to using the... I mean, there is a peg in the cannon mode, but it's a rather loosey-goosey, and this will actually hold everything nice and steady for you, so that's pretty cool that they included that. You also get these 2 pieces, which are to replace the plugs in Thorilla's knee braces. Interestingly enough, I've never actually used these plugs on the knee braces, so I didn't know they were prone to breakage, but it's nice that they included these. I will probably install them. It's just a couple of quick little screws and you're done with that. So that's pretty neat. Trying to think of what else was in the package. Oh yeah, this guy. Here we go. Here we have HUGERHINO in his robot mode, which he comes packaged in. And he looks really quite nice. I should probably... back this up just a smidgen. Let you guys see what's going on here. Really nice looking figure. A bit of a departure from Land Bull, which can be shocking. Honestly, in images that I saw, I was like, man, he looks so different from Land Bull. It's going to look weird to have the legs looking completely different from one another, and the figures looking completely different from one another. But once I put them together in person, they actually complement each other pretty well. And they might look a little bit too different in leg mode, but I don't think it's going to be that big a deal once you have everything going on that is Thunderking. So, very cool. Very nicely done robot mode. He still has the light-piped eyes, which I'm not a fan, personally, but it is what it is. Let's get in on the face sculpt here a little bit. You can see the head is on a ball joint. And the eyes change color as they move around because of that light piping, but you can get all the way around there. He's got some nice sturdy fingers that hold his weapons quite well, but I'm going to pop the weapons out for now, just so we can take a look at the figure itself. This is his blade. It does have a whoosh 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 little handle there. That's neat, and he does come with another one of these cannons. But you can actually, like, this one is pretty neat because you can actually store it on his back. They did that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, arms can go up like so, and can get a little bit higher if you knock the shoulder pads out of the way. Some nice ratchets there. I'm sure you can hear those, hopefully. Arms can go all the way around, like so. He does have a bicep swivel. It's very stiff, which is a little frightening because you do need it for transformation. He also has a double hinged elbow, and he also has a swivel here at the elbow. You get a lot of movement out of those arms. He does have a wrist rotation, and the wrists go out like that. They don't go in too much. And then the hands, of course, are the Cang Toys hands that we know and love. Ball-jointed thumb at the base and a pin at the middle. And then the arm, the other digits are also ball-jointed at the knuckle and a pin and in the middle there. You do get waist rotation. There is no ab crunch that I can find. You do get these hip skirts that kind of move out of the way if you want to get some crazy high kicks out of this guy. And they are ratcheted, but obviously that's it's a big chunky foot. If you really mess with it, it's gonna fall. But if you're just posing, you're fine. You're not gonna lose anything there. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a knee bend that goes a good ways past 90. Just like that. Well, maybe not a good ways past 90, but past 90, I'll say. You do want to watch out because his legs, they do peg in here, but it's not the most secure thing that's ever been invented. So you just got to watch out for that. When I took him out of the box, I thought I had broken it at first, but no, his knee just popped out of the tabs there, and it's all okay. What else we got? The foot does rotate. If I can hold this, the foot does rotate. You got upsy downsy on the toe there. The back heel, it doesn't really do too much. It can move, but there's not really much going on there. You can rock it back and forth. And he does have little hidden cannons that don't really work too well in robot mode, but they work pretty great in his other modes. But it's still nice to have these little hidden cannons here, so you can like pew, 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 like that kind of thing going on. Close that all up. There we go. And as you can see, his back is fairly clean, honestly. I mean, he's got a little bit of a backpack there, a little bit of rhino bits hanging off, but nothing egregious, nothing crazy that you'd be too concerned about or should be too concerned about. Getting the shoulder pads to line up just right can be a little tricksy, to be honest. It's got little like slots and little tiny tabs there. And they do slot in. You just got to find the right position, and then they will pop into place. There we go. There we are. Alright. So that is the basics of the robot mode. Let's go ahead and get him all friended up here. And we'll start with his leg mate, Land Bull. And again, it may be hard to see in the video because, you know, the gold is quite striking. And it, you know, in hand it's not as visually different from this that it's distracting, but it is noticeable. It's also noticeable that this guy is much more organic looking, rounded, I guess would be a good way to put it, where this guy's much more square and blocky. But I think overall they look pretty good together. And let's go ahead and get this guy. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Alright. Here is Desirius. I'm gonna put Rosirius in here in wolf mode because why not? Here's our lovely pal Ferocious. Pardon my chair. Here is Firmament over Mia. We'll put Thorilla right back here. Not that you can even see him. I'll do a pullback here in a minute. And then, holy crap, it's... Oh gosh. King Lion. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, let me detach my camera from the stand so I can give you guys a look at the whole team and even get, I think his official name is Poison Crab in here. Let's back this up. So here you have the entire team together, and they are a good-looking group of folks, you know? Good-looking pile of Predacons here. Man, oh man. Very cool. Very exciting to have these guys all together. And let me get this back on here. Like I said, I'm very excited to have these guys all finished up and ready to go. So let's get on to transformation to beast mode, shall we? Alright, give me a minute here. Alright guys, so transforming Huge Rhino into Rhinoceros mode is not very difficult. Let's just go along and do that right now. So, first thing you want to do is we're going to go ahead and lift up the Rhinoceros head. We're going to unpeg this section from the back of the robot mode. And then we're going to unfold these two bits here. And you can even just pull these two sections out to the sides as well. We're going to lift up this whole area. And we're going to come back here and just untab this section. We're going to bring this section back as well, opening up this cavity where we can rotate the robot mode head around and just put it into the cavity here. And we're just going to raise up just this black part and tab that back into place for now. And you can even bring this section down and just rest it like that. Okay? Next, we're going to take this gold piece here. We're going to raise it up just like that. You can see these two gold bits on the side here. They are going to rotate up as well. Then this whole section is going to come up here. And you can see inside here, I'm going to bring this section out, flip these two bits out to the side, and then close that up. That's just going to fill in that little gap. These are going to come up here, and then we can close this whole section up just like that, and these two bits are going to tab right into the sides just like that. Raise the arms out here. Next, we're going to go ahead and rotate at the waist. Then we're going to bring the hip skirts around just like this and leave them hanging right there for the moment. We'll come around to the back, and the front hip skirts are going to rotate up and just fill in that gap there like so. Then we're going to come up under the arms. You can see these silver bits. We're just going to go ahead and untab those. They clip in. And they can be kind of fun to untab. There we go. Just like that. Swing those down. Same on the other side. There we go. And bring that down and around. Just like that, okay? We can go ahead and unfold this bit here. Now onto the legs. We're going to go ahead and untab this section here and fold it out like that. And then there's another tab over here on this side. That comes out like this. Then we're going to come down here, bring this section out, bring the rhino foot out, collapse that, and then rotate this around. And we're going to come to the foot, bring this here, rotate this, rotate this around, bring it back around, and then rotate the front of the foot. And now we're going to bring this in until it brings out these two pegs. Rotate this up, and it's going to go into this slot right here. Okay. Go. Now this is going to collapse in. Then this section is going to come around here and tab. Well, it's supposed to tab. On my copy, it doesn't quite tab. But like you can tell it's supposed to, it's meant to. There we go. That's got it. So now that's in there solid. There we go. And you can close that up as well. And that's how that should look right now. Bring this off to the side. Do the same on the other foot or the other leg. Bring this out. Untab the leg. Bring this section out. Rotate it around. Collapse this in. Bring the rhino foot out. This can rotate. This can rotate. Collapse it in. This side collapses until the pegs come out. and then peg it in like that. Same deal, collapse it in. That finally tabs in correctly. Then peg the rear end together, and this will stay just like this for now. Come on to the side. Now this section can rotate back like so. This section can rotate back like so. Now this section is going to come up and around. And tab over that. Same on this side. Section's going to come up and around and tab over that. If it wants to cooperate. There we go. And now this, you see there's a tab here and a slot here, tab here and a slot here. And you want to just line those up. Just like so. Now you come back here. You can see there's some slots here and a couple of tabs right here. And they should just line up. There you go. Now onto the arms. So the arms are actually going to rotate down and slot into these bits here. Like that. Same on this side. There we go. And then we are going to rotate this around here. Open this section up. The usual Cang Toys hand hideaway. Same on the other side. And then rotate around, rotate around, adjust the shoulder pads however you like. And then last but not least, set that rhino head in. And there you go. And if you like, you can also deploy the cannons here. If you want, do that on both sides. And there you go. And one of the cool things about this is that you can actually, they made it so you can actually tab the weapon in onto the beast mode if you want to. I think it actually looks a little bit better back here because you can actually raise and lower the weapon. So that's a really cool thing that they added on. I know you can do it on Land Bull as well, but it's not quite as nice as that one. So there you have it. The mouth opens and closes. There's actually like teeth in there. It's got some nice head movement. You can get all kinds of head movement with that. Arms, of course, can move that way, side to side. You can get lots of different poses from the legs due to the way the arm works in robot mode. So you can even have a bend here and a bend here, so you can get all kinds of anatomical craziness going on. The feet move; they're on ball joints and stalks, so you can kind of rotate those however you want. The legs can bend back here. If you really wanted to have them work the other way, you could rotate this around, I suppose. Although, yeah, it wouldn't quite work because of the way that this is kind of formed out. So it really only goes one way. But, you know, you get some decent motion in the back legs there. And, of course, the feet, again, are like that. Tail, swoosh side to side, up and down. Nice movement with the tail. So, pretty good stuff overall. Now, there's a lot of animals I have to try and cram onto this table, so bear with me. Here is, let's do a size comparison with, I don't know, Sam Fisher. Why not? There you go. And of course, Krabs McClanahan. You got his pal Land Bull here. So you can see they size up pretty nicely. He's a little bit longer. Land Bull's a little bit taller. They're both nice and stocky. They share similar transformation schemes, but it's definitely not the same transformation scheme. They definitely don't share any parts between the two of them, as far as I can tell. So that's cool. It is definitely not just a repaint or a remold. Let's go ahead and get, gosh, this freaking bird in here. Alright, let me try and do this. Let's get Rosirius in there. Let's get our good friend Ferocious in here. Let's pull this guy up to the front so we got some more room. Thorilla. Oh boy. And, alright, Krabs, you gotta move because I gotta fit this stupid giant big cat here as well. Holy macaroni, that's a lot of guys. Whew. Very nice overall. I really do like the beast mode. It's very solid, very fun to mess around with. Like, it just feels fun. It looks nice, shiny, and very intimidating. I like the horns. I like all the things. They did a really good job with it. So yeah, let me pause the video. Get all these guys transformed again. And then we'll transform this guy up into his combined mode. So stick with me. I'll see you in a minute. Alright everybody, let's get this guy transformed up into combined mode. And first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and put these away, because we're not going to want these out for the combined mode. They're just going to get in the way. So that way. This up. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and lift this bit, rotate this in just like that, And then that can go right back down and peg into place. In theory. Come on now. There we go. That's got it. Alright, so let's go ahead and unpeg these bits. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and lift the rhinoceros legs here, and then we're going to rotate these around, and we're going to kind of bring them up and in. It's a little hard to make out here because all the pieces are black, but just like that. So it kind of goes up and under the armor bits. Do it on the other side. You can bring this down if it's in the way. So kind of rotate that up and scoot it around. Bring this up. There we go. Bring the rhino arm or the rhino front legs up to where they would be for robot mode. And we're going to go ahead and swing the shoulder pad out, and it's going to open up, and there's going to be a tab right there. You want to bring this tab up, and there's a slot right here. You want to just tab that in just like that. Do the same on the other side. And might be a little tricksy. There we go. That's got it. Not really, but okay. Fine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and rotate this bit around here because you want the entire use of the double joint underneath the arm. So you're going to do that and do that. Bring this around. And this is going to come up under here. And it's just going to hug the rhino, kind of like that. So tuck all that in, and you may have to peg the shoulder in again, but it should stay now that all this is in place. And do the same on the other side. Rotate so that the full double joint is facing facing backwards, and then rotate this all around. Flip the elbow pad up. And then just make sure that shoulder bit is pegged in. There we go. Still doesn't want to. Something may be misaligned here. It's definitely operator error. I've done this a couple of times and it's worked out no problem. So if something's not lining up properly, it may be just that something inside is not quite tabbed in exactly as it should be. Alright, got that going. This can go back up here and pegged on. All that can just stay as is. The legs here, we're going to go ahead and rotate these panels up and in, like so. Just like that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and rotate the feet. And then the pegs on the feet are going to peg into the beast legs here, and we're going to rotate them. Bring the rear rhino feet down. Actually, I think it's meant to go this way. Here we go, toes down like that. And then this goes in like so. And then there's a sliding panel here. It's a little hard to see, but there's a big slot right there. You're going to slide it into that slot, and that's going to lock everything into place. So you're just going to have it like that. And do the same on the other side. Bring the rhino foot down like this. Unpeg the foot. Rotate it around. Peg it into the back here. Like so. Rotate it up. And then slide this locking bit. Slide that locking bit in until it goes all the way. And shouldn't be too difficult. And you're almost there. Now we're going to lift the rhino head out of the way. We're going to untab the collar piece here. And that's going to come up so we can push this out, fold these bits in. Alright, maybe worth your while to not not peg all this stuff in just yet. Because we actually have to untab this. I did this in the wrong order. My gosh. There we go. Now that can go down. This can roll up. Just rotate it and then rotate this forward. Just like that. And I didn't even get the thing out. There we go. Alright, so then this can go back here. This all can go back. This can get tabbed back in. This can get tabbed back in. And these panels can sometimes be a little hard to tab in because they don't like lining up just right with these tabs here. You can see there's slots on the inside and the tabs, and they just don't want to line up all the time. So just got to be careful with that. Now we can realign the shoulder tabs. Realign the shoulder tabs. Rotate the rhino head, bring the chest panel out and down, fold this bit in, rotate up the connection. This is going to, it's supposed to, I'm pretty sure this tab is supposed to go into this slot, and it does so to varying degrees of success. It mostly just sits there, but it's alright, it's not a big deal. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and bring down our rhino head. And there we go. We have a leg of a very, very large combiner. Now here's the deal. I'm not going to do the combination in this video. I have not done the combination in any of the videos I've done so far. Well, that's not true. I think I did one for King Lion. Maybe I showed off a little bit, but I'm going to do a separate video where I'm going to show off the entire combination. And please check it out there. I'll probably have a link either at the end of this video or somewhere in the description. Just look for it there. But yeah, overall, another really good figure. He's a lot of fun to mess around. Like, everything locks together nicely. he's a bit more, I'll show him off in the leg mode with Land Bull. You can see he's definitely more like streamlined. Maybe we could even like lower the head down a little bit more here, or maybe raise this one up a little. He's definitely more streamlined looking, whereas this guy's a bit more chonky. But I think they look good together. I think it's going to make a really cool combiner. I have not yet combined the whole team, so I'm excited to do that. And I look forward to doing that in the next video. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.